everyone, so I thought I'd do you a quick update on this project here. It was the one, if you remember, I will turn the camera around and get a visual from the front so you've got an idea. It was the one with 2 flats, 1 flat upstairs, 1 flat downstairs, and it's going to be converted into a 6-bed all-en-suite near the hospital. I'll turn the camera around now and give you an update. So if you can remember, this is the front of the property here. I'll give you a walk around. So you'll see what's been happening is the water's been drained down, the cobs have been ripped out, kitchens, bathrooms, basically everything to get the big bulky items out of the building. So this bottom stairs doorway is starting to get taken out, the door's been removed, the door frames have been removed from here. And the door's taken out. As you'll see, we're walking around. What we tend to do as well, we try to stockpile each item, so all the wood, all the metal, because a lot of skip companies will take away items cheaper if they are in one category, wood, metal, etc. Fridge, freezers, you have to dispose of them yourselves. So, as I said before, this is going to be the front room here. It's getting bricked up. There's going to be a door put in here. So you walk into this bedroom here, there'll be an ensuite opposite the door, as we normally do. I didn't show you outside, but we've now had the meter box put externally, ready for that gas to be taken out of the bedroom to an external front. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a garden at the front. It's always good to try and move them outside. I don't know if you can see, that's where the meter box is, onto the right hand side of the door. Perfect place. So yes, so carpet's up, you'll see there, in one place. All the wood getting stockpiled here. Sofas, all the bulky items that take up a lot of use of the skip, normally get put on top of the skip, not straight in, because that'll take up basically one big skip straight away. You've got to try and maximise your skips. So yeah, door framed out here as well. This was the kitchen, if you remember, the old-fashioned brown kitchen. All the units have been taken out, the electrics have been isolated, so's the water. There was a boiler on the wall there. It is now on the floor there, ready to get taken away. All the kitchen tiles have been taken off. This big chimney here is getting taken out, a couple of big steels in place. Let me walk past and show you the size. So that is a fair big chimney. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's probably 2.5 foot thick. That was the original back door, and this was the bathroom. All the panelling off the wall, baths out, all ready to be get a skip in place. As you can see, that was the wooden panelling that was on the walls. I don't know why anyone would have that kind of border next to a toilet. But I've got a really good takeaway on this property, what a lot can learn from. And what it was, we tend to find in Stoke-on-Trent, there's a lot of lead and shed. So yes, the lead and shed are normally external on the boundary. Literally, in this property, there's a boundary stop tap. It comes into this property at the rear. Let me show you. So this is the back of the house. That's the stop tap right there. That's lead, so it is definitely lead and shed. We came in, turned the water off, ready to drain down all the system. That was all done. About 4 o'clock in the evening, we got a phone call from the neighbour stating his water's been turned off, which I thought was strange, because we left the boundary stop tap on. All we've turned off is our stop tap. But it comes to light, this lead and shed, which is lead there, that's a stop tap, comes onto a 15mm main. It comes around our perimeter. Bear in mind it's internal on our property. It goes all the way around there. As you can see, we've cut our pipe off there, but look at this. That is a 15mm T-piece. It comes off our internal water through the boundary wall, this party wall, into the neighbour's house. So what we've got here is a leaden shared main, but it's shared internally of our property. So that's the problem we've got to overcome. We are looking to talk to the neighbour, and to be fair, he has just gone and done his back garden, so I can't see him going to dig up his back garden to get a new main in. Whilst we're digging our main in to the boundary, a new main with poly pipe, we're going to ask if he wants to pay the bill whilst he's doing it to run a separate pipe through our garden and then joining through the back of the house onto his property. That should save him a few £1,000 and also the heartache of trying to dig up his back garden. So it's all about trying to work with your neighbours as well, because that is a problem that he's got. Because if he's got a leak internally, he's got to either go out to the boundary, which will turn us off, or we've got to turn ours off internally, which is not always the best. You always want to look for your own stop tap. There you go, the copper's just there. As I said, it's all been boundary. But yeah, so just little problems that you come up against. And this is what you've got to try and overcome. We have had the water board out. They have inspected and said it's a civil matter. You've got to sort it out between yourselves. There's not a lot they can do. If it's leaden shared, then they will change the section on the boundary. They won't do the bit in your garden. That is your problem. You have to sort that out yourself. So we'll run a main out the back, down to the back alleyway, and that'll be our stop tap. And as I said, more than happy to work with the neighbour to help them get their own stop tap as well. That'll be a long-term solution. So I'll take you upstairs. You'll see the line has been pulled up. This was the original back kitchen for the flat. This is the kitchen and was the bathroom. Try and turn you around. You can imagine that was all wall units. That's the bathroom. There was obviously a stud wall there. It's been taken out, no longer needed. That wall's going to get pushed further back for the ensuite for this bedroom. I am looking to rip the ceiling down so I can see what's up there. Whether we can put a bit of a mezzanine floor in, I'm not 100% yet. But it's always something to think about, thinking outside the box. How can you be different on your projects? So yes, so the stop tap is roughly, if you see that ivy back there, let me try and... So it's, if you can set up with a chair leg, if you think of that place in the alleyway, the stop tap, the shared stop tap is roughly there. So we've got to run a new main from the outside outer house where we're going to put the new boiler out to there. And that was where the bath was, all tile ripped off the wall back to brick. So this is going to have made changes for the rest of the week. We're going to be ripping back to brick, more door frames coming out, as you can see here. Yeah, it's a good little project. It's currently underway. Skirting boards off. Now we'll carpet up, we'll come back later in the week, we'll get the spray paint out, put where the plugs are going to go, put where the bed's going to go. This doorway's getting bricked up. We're going to put a new doorway in somewhere here. We are currently in contact with the building control, see if we've got to change the staircase. In the budget there was a cost for that staircase. But if we can keep that staircase and then we can use the money elsewhere. But because it's existing, we need to contact the building control to see what their thoughts on that is, because there is a rise and fall regulation, but it is existing. So let's see what they come back with. This is going to be the front bedroom, nice big bedroom in here. Same again, carpets up, skirting boards out. There'll be an ensuite in that corner, all of that section, all the way along, in line with that. It's roughly 1.2, 1.5 of the stud by 2.5 wide. Nice size bedroom. So, yeah, this is the 2 flats to a 6 bed, all ensuite HMO in Stoke-on-Trent. Thought I'd give you a quick update and I'll do another one next week. Thank you for tuning in.